What's going on, ballers? Thanks so much for tuning in again, and welcome back to another BigJBasketball box break video. Today we have a PSA reveal, and this is going to be the final submission that we sent in prior to the shutdown in March of 2021. That has finally come back now. So all the old cards that I sent in that were sitting at PSA for a year and a half, those are all completed. We've gotten them all back. And this is the last one that just came back to us this week. And I think PSA is actually, they have almost completed the backlog. Last time I heard, I think they were under 1 million cards, which was at one time like somewhere between 12 to 15 million, depending on who you listen to and who you believe. But I think according to PSA, they should have the backlog fully completed by the end of September. So only about a month longer for anyone else that's still waiting on cards to come back from a year and a half ago. Hopefully everyone gets those back in the next month, and then we can finally move forward. Hopefully PSA does more grading specials like they did for the National, and more cheaper options and things like that. I think will be good for the hobby, good for everybody. But right now we got 9 cards here, and as you can see in the back, we've got some KABOOMs, Kobe PSA 9, Curry PSA 10. Those were two of the first batch that I sent in. I sent in those two along with the LeBron at the Express level about a year ago. But I sent some other ones at cheaper levels just because at the time they weren't super valuable cards when I sent them in, and figured didn't mind waiting. All I really wanted was to have the entire set graded from my collection anyway. So I wasn't in a rush to get them back. And so these were all sent. I think these 9 cards were sent at, I think it was a $15 level, or maybe 20 bucks. I think it was only 15 bucks for the bulk level back then. So not a super expensive submission. And now that we have these back here, I have the entire complete set of 2013 KABOOMs that I put together back in 2020. Now all fully graded by PSA. So probably at some point in the future, I'll do a video kind of showing off, different insert sets I've put together, which would obviously feature something like this. But let's go ahead and get to the reveal. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, click that bell for notifications so you get notified whenever we post new stuff. Already posted a video on Monday, the Obsidian box that you see back there. We ripped that one on Monday. It was pretty fun doing this one today, and we got more stuff coming later in the week, so stay tuned for all that. This is not a blind reveal. I couldn't wait. I had to peek at these grades. I had to see what we were getting. So not going to be a blind reveal, but we'll still show off the grades for everyone watching. And these 9 that are left are, at the time, were kind of like the sort of lower end KABOOMs, like obviously the Curry, the Kobe, the LeBron. I sent the Express level, and some of the others like Kevin Durant and people like that I sent at a slightly higher level at the time, but these I sent in all at the cheapest level. Did not get upcharged for any of them either, which was pretty nice. So here we go. We got our Paul Pierce. So the one thing I'll point out that you'll see on a lot of these, I wasn't expecting awesome grades on these cards. A lot of people might look at the grades from these and say, oh, PSA kind of screwed you over or whatever. I bought all these raw on eBay, wasn't paying attention to condition at the time, wasn't really planning on grading them at the time I was buying them. That sort of thought came later. So really I just wanted them all slabbed. Didn't care too much about the grade. And one thing you'll notice a lot, it's hard to see because of the way they put these in the thicker cases with the sleeve. But a lot of these cards, you can kind of see it there. There's some chipping around the bottom, whiting on the corners, very common on a lot of these cards. At least the front looked pretty good on most of them. Some of them had some corner issues. I think this one may have been okay, but if I can see it on some other cards, I'll point it out if I can find it. But man, these cards just look awesome. I can't get over how cool these early KABOOMs look. So first one, Paul Pierce, last card in the set. Let's see what we got on this one. This got at PSA 8, card number 20. So again, you'll kind of probably get used to seeing like whiting on the corners, chipping on the edges. A lot of these came back 8s, just due to those issues. So there's our 8 stack right there. Next one is a Chris Paul. Again, chipping at the bottom, whiting around the corners. We got CP3 on the front there. Let's see what we got on this one. All right, we got another 8. Might be noticing a trend here. Let's see what we got on the next one. Carmelo Anthony. And man, the prices on this card really seemed to spike a lot. At the time this was sitting at PSA, I saw prices of this card start to skyrocket, and I was like, oh man, I hope I don't get upcharged when this one comes back. But obviously by the time I got graded and finally got it back, obviously these aren't really as valuable as they were, like, you know, a year ago, kind of right after I sent them in. But same thing, you can definitely see white in the corners there. Another horizontal card. These KABOOMs, some are vertical, some are horizontal. You can see the Kobe is vertical along with the CP3, but like the Curry, the Pierce, Carmelo, they seem to do some vertical, some horizontal. Not sure why they did that, but let's see what we got on the Carmelo. All right, another 8. But again, accurate. I don't think these are inaccurate grades. I think 8 is accurate from what I'm seeing so far on these cards. You can see the Blake Griffin again, lots of white on the bottom down here, white there, white. For some reason, they all seem to be wetting at the bottom edge and on the corners down here. And there's the Blake Griffin. So again, he was one of the younger players in this set at the time it came out. Him and Curry actually were still kind of young when this set came out back in 2013. So let's see what we got on the Blake Griffin. And another 8. This one too, you can even see on the front, kind of had a little bit corner issue down there. Pretty minor, but nothing huge. Next one up is going to be John Wall. Same thing again, you can see white down on the bottom right corner there, and even on the bottom left. It's hard to see with the glare on the sleeve in here, but if I look kind of outside the camera, I can definitely see some white on the edge there as well. Even at the top, there's some white on that edge. It's another horizontal card, and let's see how we did on the John Wall. Another 8. So we only have one stack so far, so 5 cards in, 4 cards to go. We just got one stack of 8s and nothing else yet. All right, Dwight Howard in his Rockets days, man, he did not stay on the Rockets for very long. But this one actually looked pretty good. Again, though, still more white down in the corners here. It seems like it's impossible to find one of these cards that doesn't have that, which is why the higher graded copies command such a premium. And let's see what we got on the Dwight Howard. And we got another 8. Let's add it to our seemingly never-ending stack of 8s here. Russell Westbrook. Lots of white on the corner down here. That one is pretty jacked up. Same thing down in that corner. And let's see how we did on the Westbrook. Another 8. Does anybody think, are we going to get anything besides an 8 in this this entire stack? Derrick Rose, this guy, man, at the time that this set came out, this guy was one of the top players in the league. I don't even want to know what this card was selling for back then, probably even more than it's selling for now. But again, lots of white up in that corner, up there, even the top left, a little bit of white, some white in the bottom left. But as far as the fronts go on all these cards, I didn't really see any huge issues that I really would have brought the grades down too far. At this point, I'm just hoping we don't get less than 8 on some of these. And we got another 8 on the Derrick Rose. And final card, number 1 card in this set, is a Rajon Rondo. And this one definitely had, I think I saw some issues here. Yeah, kind of the same thing. I mean, I'm pretty much pointing at the same thing on every single one of these cards. Some more white in the corner down there. But honestly, the rest of this card didn't look too bad. Although this might have been the one that I saw the corner issue on the front. Yeah, I think down there, a little bit of a corner issue on the front of this one, unfortunately. So let's see how we did on the Rondo. Another 8. So when I sent these cards in the past, the only, out of all 20 cards in the entire set, the only one that got a Gem Mint 10 was the Curry. So it's unbelievable that one of the best cards in the set is the one that got a 10. We also got a 9 on the Kobe. We got some other 9s. I know the Dwayne Wade, the Dirk Nowitzki in the set. We got 9s on those. Got a lot of 8s. I think we only got 1 7. I think the Anthony Davis that we did got revealed in the first batch, got a 7. Or not the first batch, but the second batch. But this last batch of 9, we got near mint, mint 8 on all 9 of these cards. So again, I think the grades are pretty fair. I mean, I doubt none of these, I don't think, had a shot at a 10 just because of the corner and edge issues on the back. So Best case scenario for any of these cards would have been a 9. Would it have been great to get at least a 1/9 on one of them? Yeah, it would have been cool to break up the monotony of just getting a bunch of 8s. But overall, I don't think these cards, I know they're tough to grade. So not super surprised that we did get a bunch of 8s on these. But that's going to do it for this video. So really quick, short reveal. Happy to finally have this full set together, and definitely stay tuned. At some point we're going to do a video showing off all the insert sets that I have in my collection. This is going to be a big part of that, obviously. But that's going to do it. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you all on the next one.